Welcome, everyone, to podcast number 4 of How to Be a Lightworker Summer 2024 class that's coming out later on this year. And I'm rolling these out, coming through 2024 like pins getting knocked out by a bowling ball, coming in hard in the paint. But there are some beautiful things about being a lightworker that I want to share with you. But first, I want to start with some motivation and affirmations. Let's start with number 1. Did you wake up today? Are you alive and well? One thing that my friends in summer has taught me is to find gratitude in every possible moment. The other thing that I want to talk about shortly is spiritual alchemy, and at its finest, being able to change your mind about things and making magic and seeing the results from within you and all around you. It is a decision, a choice, and a belief. If you are confident that things in your life will change, the universe will reciprocate that. And in return, you will start to see results. But you have to believe. A couple of years back, I had a podcast about spirit guides on Buzzsprout. Many of my old podcasts are now deleted. This is the newest one. If you're listening on Spotify, The Return of the African American Wiccan, or here on SoundCloud, I wanted to welcome you and thank you for listening to my podcasts. The reason I came in shaking up a bit into 2024 with all of these rants is that light work can be very misunderstood. Lightworkers are here to give you a different perspective on life that you may not have taken the time to see in the world, or even to see the world in a more beautiful way, or to understand that there is a purpose for you here on earth, and that there is a connection to everything and everyone. Even here now, as I do this podcast alone, I am interconnected with other lightworkers and healers all around the world. People who channel messages from the divine and spirit guides and other beings from this universe who have gifts. Well, I believe we all have gifts. You just have to tune into them and listen to your heart. For me, I like to do this thing called taking a step back. Taking a step back is kind of like something you would see in a movie when you're out in the world. Seeing everyone in a different way, moving in slow motion while you're moving at regular speed. There may be something that you feel differently about. It's like seeing beyond what's right in front of your own face. Sometimes that can be hard to do. But if you understand that we go through all of these things because the universe and the divine is trying to teach us that we are so powerful. We are the only ones that stop ourselves from being able to manifest things in our lives. If you start to understand just how special and unique you are to this world, you would never doubt yourself again. Maybe somebody just needs to let you know just how special you are. And then comes the self-love healing, where you let yourself know just how special you are for yourself. Now, calling out to your spirit guides is another technique that can help you with this. Saying something to them or praying to them, as well as your angels, if you use angels or if you speak to them, or whatever it is that you believe in. Something like, "Spirit guides, can you please help me, assist me in any way of my life, and show me the opportunities that lie ahead. Help me and grant me the opportunity of self-love so that I may recognize my full potential." Or saying self-affirmations to yourself or writing them down. What are you thankful for in your life? A particular family member that has been helping you out? Or are you thankful that you have the strength to go on every day? Or are you thankful that you have a place where you can lay your head and rest? Or are you thankful that you had a very good meal last night? Or are you thankful that there are people who care about you? Or possibly thankful for the gifts that you have, even if nobody knows it, and the universe knows about it? Or are you simply thankful that you were able to reach this podcast today? Being grateful and thankful comes a very long way, and there is magic in it. The other day, I told my friend Zen Summer that I tried this technique that she gave me during a podcast on Wisdom App on how to find gratitude and what type of magic follows after that when you are going through difficult situations. Gratitude is almost like a manifestation within itself. While you're going through something, or maybe you're not feeling good, you can simply say, I am thankful to the universe for all of the things that I am experiencing right now, so that I can see the changes I need to make in my life and the manifestations that follow this experience. And then there's healing energy. Okay, so healing energy is something that you can do on a global scale. So let's say you are worried about people across the world that are going through something right now, and you want to be a part of this whole global healing practice. Now, you can attend workshops, and you can also be a part of online groups, or you can simply just pray for others and help others in your own community. Now, I'll give you one example and a personal testimony of mine. One year, I mentioned to a friend of mine that I went to get some free food for Thanksgiving one year because I was low on funds. And there was a lot of disorganization, and they didn't really let people know how they needed to bring rolling carts or something to pull the food with back home or to their cars. A lot of people got stuck trying to carry really heavy boxes of Thanksgiving dinners back home. It was kind of a mess. But I remember walking back across my college campus, and there was an elderly man that had these really heavy bags, and this is a huge campus. And I knew that this was going to be really hard for him to get back. I couldn't hold myself from asking him if he needed help. Even though he told me, never mind, it was okay, that he had walked miles to get to this school for free food, and the distance in miles in which he planned to walk back with heavy bags, I just couldn't allow in my heart to let this man at his age walk all the way back home like that. So I ended up giving him a ride back. I found out that he was a veteran. He had served years for this country, and he only had a couple of relatives out here. Now, that was what you call a small humanitarian act. I used my empathy for another person I had never met. I didn't expect the universe to give me anything back because the universe had already given me something, and this was my way of saying thank you. But in my dark times, I had lost empathy for people. But if you are a real healer, if you are a real empath, it's definitely going to be hard for you to ignore people and not want to be of service in this world. Finding gratitude and helping others is something that ends up coming to you naturally as a light worker, no matter how hard you try to fight it. We know we can't always save the world, and we know we can't help everyone. But for a light worker, there actually is no such thing like not being able to help everyone. Why? There is a unified or shared energy that we have across the planet and throughout the universe. If we can come together, which is usually what light workers stand up for, then the obvious thinking is that the world would be a better place. Now, there is another side to that coin. Is that everything? Is everything flowers, rainbows, and unicorns? Not really. But teaching ourselves and teaching others how to maneuver through a chaotic world is definitely the goal. We can bring together as many people as possible, even if on a smaller scale. Well, I'm going to end this here and just give you some thoughts. That was just to give you some thoughts about light work and how you want to participate in this and change your life. I am coming from a darker place. I teach witchcraft and spirituality online, and this is not my first go around with spiritual alchemy. Our next podcast, I will break down spiritual alchemy in a different way. And if you really want to heal yourself, and if you are an empath and you have gifts, then this is the place for you. You can reach out to me, artemisoraclecards.com, or email me at artemisforlore@gmail.com, and let me know what you think about these podcasts. I am on a smaller scale in the background. I'm not that popular yet, but this is for the ones that is supposed to be reached right now in your life. Blessed be everyone. I will talk to you soon.